The first Noel, the angel did say, was to certain poor shepherds in fields as they lay.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for joining me and welcome. In today's video, I will be showing you how to make this really cute glam wreath and also this glam faux Christmas tree. This video is going to be in collaboration with Jessica from the channel Measure and Mix. Make sure you guys check out her video as well and also head on over to her channel. Make sure you subscribe. She has some really awesome videos. She does a lot of farmhouse decor, so make sure you head on over there. You're going to be needing some bling wrap, and I have this big roll from Totally Dazzled. I will link below. Also, a couple of these snowflakes from the Dollar Tree. They come in a pack of 5. I also have some lamb's ear and then these pretty little feathers that I got at Joann's, and a lot of this stuff that I have is stuff that I've had in my stockpile for a while, so I didn't have to spend money on it. I also have this wreath and then a wreath hanger from Dollar Tree as well, and then 2 of these planters that I spray painted in this Krylon brilliant silver spray paint, and then also this silver platter from the wedding section and some of these silver Christmas flowers. I also forgot to show you a silver welcome sign and then some string lights, so sorry, and then also this dowel. I started out by spray painting this wreath, and it's super cold outside, so I want to do it as quickly as possible, and that's why I did not record it. So I just took my lamb's ear and also the feathers, and I just kind of entwined it into the wreath. I didn't want to glue it down because I didn't want to ruin the feathers or the leaves because these are actually kind of pretty, and in case I want to reuse them. So as you can see, I just grabbed the feathers also and just kind of entwined them into the wreath as well. I already said that. And then I also took a big piece of this bling wrap. It was about 1 foot long, and then I folded it over. I folded the sides over into the center, and I put some hot glue right on that center and glued those pieces down. And what I did is I just kind of scrunched it up and made a bow. And so I took another piece of that bling wrap and made a little strip, and that's what I'm going to glue over that bow to hold it together. I took a couple more pieces of the bling wrap, and these are going to be the ribbon ends to that bow, so you'll see what I'm doing here. I'm making them the same size, and then I'm going to go ahead and glue it to the bow at an angle, because obviously when you guys tie a bow, like the ribbon ends come out at an angle. You guys know what I mean, right? So I'm gluing these down, and then when I turn it around, see, that's what I mean. It goes in at an angle, and then I'm going to trim the ends to make it go on another angle, because we love angles today, I guess. And then I'm just gonna put a big old glop of glue on the wreath and one on the back of the bow and just press it down really well until it's nice and firm or glued down really well, because if you leave it, it'll kind of slide down. So make sure you hold it until it's on there nice. And then this welcome sign that I forgot to show you guys comes in a 3-pack at the Dollar Tree. I hope they still have them. I've had this one when I was doing like the fall decor that I didn't end up using. Anyways, it's a silver welcome sign, and all I'm doing is just gluing the E onto the wreath and then gluing the W also onto the wreath, and this is the final look on this one. Now for my Christmas tree, I went ahead and took my silver platter and I measured, or I marked the very center of it, took my hot glue gun, and with the tip just melted a hole right in the center, and that's where my dowel is going to go. So I made it big enough but also tight enough for that dowel to be in there nice and firm. Then I went ahead and took my hot glue and glued both of these planters together. You guys have seen me do this a few times, and that's pretty much all I did there. You can use E6000 glue, but I'm trying not to use that because this is where Milani sleeps now, so I don't use an E6000 glue in here. And then I took a strip of that bling wrap and then I just glued it right around to cover those edges, or to cover the crease on the planters. Alright, and here comes the fun part. I went ahead and got my dowel, put some hot glue at the end there, and then I glued it down into the center of my planter. Oh yeah, I forgot, I need rocks also. I put a package of rocks inside to weigh it down, and then I just put some hot glue around the rocks where the dowel is, and then also some hot glue on top of the planter where I'm going to place my, what is that thing? The platter? Silver platter, and I just pressed it down. Now on the dowel, I'm going to take a long strip of that bling wrap and I'm going to wrap it. I should have probably spray painted the silver, but I didn't. You guys could do it if you do decide to do it. I cut about 16 strips of the bling wrap that are going to be like the strings that are going down to make the actual tree. So what I'm doing here is taking one of the pieces and gluing it to the top of that dowel. Then I'm going to take the other one and glue it across from the first dowel, and then I'm going to do the one on the side and then glue the one on the other side. So if you guys can see like how I'm trying to make it even. Once those were glued, I went ahead and glued the bottom pieces. So I just kind of pulled on that strip and then put a good amount of hot glue on the end there, and then I glued it to the bottom of the platter, and then I did that with all sides. After I finished gluing the 4 strings, I went ahead and started gluing the other pieces to the top of the dowel again. And so if you could see that there's a space in between all of them, so there's 4 strings. There's 4 strands, and then I glued 3 more strands in between each of those. If that makes sense, I hope it makes sense. And then I just took a smaller piece of that bling wrap and I just wrapped it around so you wouldn't see all those different pieces being glued together. And then just with a little bit of hot glue to the top of the dowel, I placed one of those flowers from my bundles. And I also wanted to add a little silvery touch on there, so I put my little snowflake. And I didn't glue it or anything, I just kind of put it on top of the flower. And I'm really sorry I lost the footage of where I glued these flowers all around the platter, but you guys can kind of see what I did. I just basically took all the flowers from the stems and glued them around, and then I took that snowflake and glued it onto the bling wrap. And the final touch is my LED lights. So I took 2 strands and I just kind of twirled them or placed them around the strands of the bling wrap. So here is the final look. I actually really like this wreath because it's just super simple, but it has a touch of glam, and I don't know why I'm on the glam kick this year, but I'm loving it. So this was meant to be front porch decor, front door decor, or whatever you want to call it. Technically this is my front door, but I actually couldn't show you what it looks like on my front porch because my screen door is actually broken and it looks very ugly, so this is as good as it gets. Technically it's the front door, so does it matter? No, not really. Check out this bling though. I actually really like this little faux tree, and when I get compliments from my husband, I know I did a good job because he is super picky and analytical about stuff like this, so he actually really liked this one also, and I hope you guys liked it too. And for those of you who don't have a front door to put this on, I went ahead and included it with the rest of my Christmas decorations that I showed you guys earlier. If you haven't seen them, I will link them above. I actually kind of like how this wreath looks on this mirror as well, and Bella is not part of the Christmas decor, so don't mind her. I know I'm talking a lot, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and that you like this DIY because I worked really hard on it. If you did, make sure you leave me a thumbs up, leave any comments, questions, concerns down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. And go check out Measure and Mix. See you guys.